Back to call for help. Well, very few of us can afford a facelift, although I'm thinking about it. We can still present a more flattering image by retouching our photos. Here to show us how, the editor of Photoshop User Magazine, and some of the best Photoshop books ever, and this is the new one, the Photoshop Elements book for digital photographers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Scott Kelby. I love your books because you're task-oriented. So you look, and they're just, I'm doing your Photoshop 7 Down and Dirty with my daughter. Yeah, it sounds bad, doesn't it? I'm doing it with, and we're going through it step by step with my daughter, and it's so much fun. She's learning Photoshop because I'm saying, hey, let's make this brick text on fire, and then we'll go through it, and it's just a great way to learn. So I really appreciate your books. Thank you for doing a great job. You're going to kind of do that here for us right now.
We are.
We have a picture. Now, this is a lovely woman. There's nothing wrong with her.
There's nothing wrong with her.
But we're going to make her even better.
We're going to do something that's kind of subtle, actually. We're going to do a couple of different things. But the first one we're going to do is one thing that everybody seems to want in their photographs.
Yes.
They want the eyes to sparkle.
Right.
That's just one of the pros tricks of getting the photos to look great. One of them is making the eyes sparkle.
And it is subtle. You don't notice it unless you know what you're looking for.
That's right.
You realize everybody's doing it.
It's so easy to do, though.
Let's sparkle her eyes up.
All right. We're going to start by duplicating the background layer.
As always, we work in a duplicate.
We're working on a duplicate. We'll just make a copy, drag it right down here to the new layer icon.
I want to say this is Photoshop Elements. People are saying, wow, you can do that in Photoshop Elements? Yes. It's really very much like Photoshop for the few exceptions.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazingly like Photoshop.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen this many times in our Photoshop segments. Okay.
That's right. That's the layers palette right there.
There it is, right there.
Right. Same one in Photoshop.
It's
okay, here we go.
Yes.
Now, we're going to sharpen her eyes by going under the filter menu.
Yep.
Under sharpen, and choosing unsharp mask.
Ah, we talked about this last week. Let's see how we do that
now. It sounds like something called unsharp mask would make things blurry, but it's a holdover from old photographic techniques.
Right.
We're just going to apply a standard sharpening. Okay. And I'm using the amounts 85, 1, and 4, just kind of a nice general setting.
Now, are we going to do it to the whole photo or just your eyes?
Whole photo.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to apply it once. We're going to go back up to the filter menu and apply it again.
Double unsharp.
We're going to apply it again.
Many unsharps.
We're going to apply it just one more time.
They're starting to sparkle now.
Yeah, they're sparkling. Of course,
so's her lips.
The rest of the photo is
so's her lips.
Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah, everyth's sparkling.
Okay. Well, that's what the trick is, right?
Okay.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a new blank layer.
Another one. All
and drag this underneath.
Okay.
Now, the trick is we're going to click on the top layer, and we're going to group it. On Mac, it would be Command-G. On PC, it would be Control-G.
Okay.
And notice when I grouped it, now she looks back to normal.
Oh, she does? Yeah.
Right. Here's the trick. Okay. We're just going to reveal just the eyes.
Just the eyes.
So what we do is we grab the paintbrush, get a nice little soft brush, and paint over her eyes. When I paint, watch what happens.
You're basically...
make sure you're on this layer, or you're going to paint black.
Click on the back layer.
Make sure you click on that layer right there.
Okay.
Paint over her eyes.
So you're basically revealing...
the sharpening.
The sharpening underneath.
Right.
Oh, wow. Look at those eyes sparkle.
Now, I've exaggerated a bit. This is like tremendous sharpening.
Good.
But if you want to control it, now all you do is lower the opacity right here, and you can dial in just the amount of sharpness that you want.
Oh, that's a very nice technique.
You want to see a before and after?
Yeah.
Watch. Here's before, and there's after.
Much better. Love it. Love it.
It's
love
subtle,
it.
but
love it.
All right,
one more here.
All right, let's do a little Glamour skin sharpening. This is a really handy one to use.
Glamour skin sharpening.
Glamour skin sharpening.
I like your desktop, by the way.
Oh, I don't know how that got on there. Okay.
You wouldn't be a Pirates fan, would you? I mean, the Raiders, what is that? The Raiders? Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay, of course. I forgot.
I don't know how that got on there.
That's shocking.
All right, here's what
they won the Super Bowl or something, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, I dimly remember that. Beat the Raiders, didn't they?
I don't really want to talk about that.
I don't either.
It was a sad day. Okay. All right. What we want to do, we want to soften her skin.
Yes.
But we don't want to soften everything. We're just going to duplicate her layer, same thing.
Okay.
All right, duplicate it. And then we're going to go apply a blur. Filter, blur, and we're going to choose the Gaussian blur.
The thing that's great is we're learning, go ahead, that we're doing this underneath. We're doing it as a layer.
Yep.
And then we're exposing that layer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, see, when you...
That's really blurry.
Yeah, at a radius of 6 blur, you can't see any wrinkles.
That's the Sybil Shepherd Vaseline-covered lens right there.
That's it right there. Boom. Actually, I'll show you that effect first.
Okay.
What they would do, you've seen that effect before, is to just lower the opacity. Now, watch when I lower this to 50%, you get that
it's beautiful.
Soap opera thing.
It's very soft.
It's very, very soft.
That's great.
But.
I feel like I'm on All My Children. Okay.
Here's what you have to do.
Yes.
You could leave it like that.
Yeah.
But the trick is, what the pros do is this. Get the eraser tool.
Yes.
Choose a soft edge brush.
They call it the Erica tool. Erica Kane tool.
And then what you do is erase over the parts of the area.
Oh, yeah, because you want to see your eyes.
That wouldn't, like her nostrils.
Yeah.
Her lips.
Oh, now look at that.
And then her eyebrows.
And it looks like she's got a fabulous makeup job.
And then everything else.
I love this.
Look at that. Everything else.
Which layer are you working in? You're working in the blurred layer?
I'm working on that top layer, yeah.
Okay.
And all I'm doing is I'm erasing everything but the blur on her skin. Now, I want to see a before and after?
Yeah.
Watch. Here's before.
Oh, big
and there's
difference.
after.
Oh, big difference. Big. That is the kind of thing a pro knows that can make all the difference in the world. And we just are sitting here.
And I learned that from one of the top retouchers that does the big magazine covers. He does that to every single photo you see on the cover of those big magazines.
Every single one.
Exactly the technique he showed me.
See, and we feel like we just can never be as beautiful. Do we have time to wrinkle remove, or should we save that for the web? Can you do it in 30 seconds?
I can try.
Go!
All right, here we go. Now I'm going to remove a wrinkle. Well, this was pretty easy.
Okay.
Now, Photoshop 7, the big full-blown thing, has a tool that does this.
The wrinkle remover tool.
Right, but they don't have that in Elements, so we cheat. And here's what we do. We get the same kind of effect, not quite as good, but close, by using the clone stamp tool.
Okay.
All right, the clone stamp tool is when you Option-click or Alt-click and it clones something over.
We're cloning.
Right,
we don't want to do a third eye. That's bad.
Right.
That's a bad touch-up. Okay.
All we have to do here is
we want to clone some smooth skin.
Change the mode to lighten.
Okay.
Up in the options bar, lower the opacity to 50%.
Yep.
That's all you have to do.
Just because we don't want a whole lot of it.
You Option-click or Alt-click in an area where there's clear skin.
Nice skin.
Paint over, and it just takes the wrinkles away.
And it doesn't fully erase it because you lowered the opacity, so we're just doing a little touch-up.
Yeah, but it gets rid of the little crow's feet.
Look at that. Doesn't that look great?
Stuff under the eyes.
Scott Kelby, you are the greatest. And there are probably 100 more like that in this book.
They're all in there.
Love this stuff. Photoshop Elements book for digital photographers. You know what's great? You just showed us that you can do this with a $99 program. You don't need the $700 program. You can do all the stuff you want. Scott Kelby, you're the greatest. Always come back anytime you're in town. Go Buccaneers, I guess. If you want the complete play-by-play action, it's on our website, techtv.com/call.